Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Zoom meeting tonight. We've got some fun things happening. We're so excited that you're here with us. And I just want to start out by introducing some of our guests here and let you know the purpose of these videos. So what we like to do is just connect with each other so we can learn more about ASEA, Renew 28, our advanced skincare, and our now our new vitamins. And tonight we have a special guest. I want to introduce my daughter, Shauna. She is an excellent mom. She's an excellent daughter. She is doing really great in her world of just balancing her time, being a mom, being an entrepreneur, and she has accomplished some pretty great things in her life. One thing, I was talking to her today and I said, what should I do to introduce you? And I said, how many times have you moved?
15.
15 times. How many years have you been married?
12.
They've been married 12 years. They have 5 children, and she really has had some incredible experiences in all the places she lived. But one thing she can always do is she can always be a network marketer wherever she goes. She doesn't have to change bosses. She doesn't have to do any of that. And one thing she said is, I love network marketing. So that is how I want to introduce my daughter, Shauna, and we'll let her and Anne just really dive into this together. So, Shauna, take it away.
Okay, so I have the privilege of introducing Anne Billings, who I am quickly becoming friends with, and I'm excited to know her. A little bit about Anne. She's a master esthetician, and she's been in the industry for over 25 years. She's formulated and launched over 100 skincare products, and her products have been featured in Good Housekeeping, Glamour, O Magazine, and others. She's very careful about the ingredients she uses and works hard to research carefully using technology and nature as her guide. And I love that. And I've had the privilege of meeting with Anne a couple of times now, and she's just beautiful inside and out. And I am excited that you're on the call with us, Anne. Thank you. Oh, there she is. Guys, this is my first Zoom meeting. This is exciting.
Thank you so much for inviting me on the call, and I hope that I can do a good job of teaching and training and also listening. And I just feel privileged to know the two of you. We haven't known each other that long, but you know how when you meet someone and you have a really good energy and you just know, it takes like about 30 seconds, we are going to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a couple of business meetings, and I am really thoroughly impressed, and I'm honored to have a few minutes of your time, and hopefully I can teach you a little bit, and you can come away with some extra knowledge, and I can get some questions answered for you.
Perfect.
So
okay.
Sure.
Yes, I'm gonna just let you take over, and I will insert my questions as I have them.
All right.
That work?
So, what I'm going to do is start to share the screen, and just to give you a little bit of an overview, I'm going to go over the products in the Renew Advanced product line. And you know, we've had the product line out for a while now, but what I'm finding is that there's still a lot of people that really don't know much about the products and maybe even haven't used them. So this is an opportunity for you to get to know a little bit more. And I would encourage everyone to try the products as well. And, you know, as with everything we have, there's always a money-back guarantee. And but I really think you're going to like them, especially when you get to know what's in them. So I'm going to share my screen so I can go through this presentation. You let me know if it's coming through, okay? And if you can hear me all right. Okay. I just want to make sure I do this the right way. So I'm going to try sharing, and then I'm going to start this presentation. So can you see it okay?
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay.
And we can still hear you, so.
Oh, that's like
better.
So I've got a couple things I'm going to move across the screen. So just let's see. There we go. So the concept behind the product line is really to let your unique, your own original beauty shine. We don't want to turn you into someone that you're not. We don't think beauty is just about one size or supermodels. Every single person has that original beauty of their own. And so the products are designed to to take you back to that most original beauty. So this is the basic product line, and Renew Advanced is really the world's only skincare system that has redox signaling technology. We don't have to use harsh acids. We don't have to use aggressive ingredients. We have something that's exclusive to us, and that's redox signaling technology. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't take advantage of all of the products that or ingredients that nature has to offer, but redox really is the key. So these products are all redox signaling products that we have here at ASEA. Of course, Renew 28, and everybody should be using the cell signaling supplement, our drink, which most people are. And then lastly, our serum. And what redox does for the skin is that it helps your cells talk. You know, as we age and over time, your skin cells lose the ability to really efficiently communicate. When they can't talk, they repair slower. And when that happens slower, you start to see discoloration, you see lines, you see wrinkles. And what this is designed to do is to really get your cells talking again. So, of course, the flagship product is certified by Bioagilitics, but so are these other two products. So if you need some outside edification, Bioagilitics is an independent company, and they certify that each one of these products has active redox signaling technology. So let's talk a little bit more about Renew Advanced. So, of course, most of you are familiar with Renew 28. Of course, the serum. And back to the basic foundation of what makes us different is that we really truly are the world's one and only redox skincare system. So let's talk a little bit more about the science behind it. So we did some independent research, or we commissioned some independent research. Some of this research was done in the United States, some was done in Germany. So we have more than one source. And here's the results of this clinical research. Pretty much everyone, I guess 100% is everyone, had smoother skin, had more youthful looking skin, and experienced visible decrease in photo damage. And we know these products work, and the science shows it. Our ingredients are also very important. So I do want to take a minute to mention that, yes, we clinically test everything, but we also guarantee these products are suitable for all skin types. This isn't just for aging skin or for teenage skin. We formulate these so they can be used by pretty much everyone. And never tested on animals, of course. And we've also tested them in a clinical setting. I tested them myself as a master esthetician in the clinical studies, but we've also tested with dermatologists. One of the other things that I think is important to note is some of the things that we don't use in our products. Of course, no animal-based ingredients and nothing harsh. And you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Parabens, artificial colors, phthalates, propylene glycol, and of course, nothing has genetically modified ingredients in it. So this kind of gives you a little bit of an overview of what the products are about. So let's take a look at the system. So of course, first you cleanse with a gentle refining cleanser. And if you have or haven't used this product, it has a self-foaming pump. This kind of self-foaming pump allows us to use a lot less of surfactants, or the things that make a cleanser bubbly, but it really does give you a luxurious experience. The second is repair. And what this does is takes full advantage of redox signaling technology. So when you use the cleanser helps prep for redox signaling. So make sure you use the cleanser first. It helps to balance the skin. It helps to give you a little less oil if you tend to be oily, and it can impart a little more moisture if you tend to be drier. So it's important to prep the skin for redox signaling technology. And both Renew 28 and the Redox Serum do their very best to give you maximum anti-aging benefit. One of the big pluses of Renew 28 is an increase in circulation as well. And then we follow up by replenishing with Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer. And I'll go into a little more detail on these in just a second. So, of course, the gentle refining cleansers first. Now, you'll notice that right underneath the name, there are 3 symbols. And these symbols impart some key ingredients in the product. So you can kind of tell what they are. They're some of the botanicals that we use, but then it also helps to balance moisture. So let's take a look at some of these ingredients. So these exclusive blends only exist in our product line in Renew Advanced. So the first one's Hydrating Moisture. So you can see that we've used some really lovely natural ingredients and some vegetable source glycerin to give you a luxurious cleansing experience, but really hydrate the skin at the same time. The second one is a botanical cell renewal complex. And this uses some very safe alpha hydroxy acids from lemon and orange that help to boost redox signaling technology by increasing cell renewal. So the more your cells turn over, whether you have youthful skin that's acne prone or you have a skin that's more mature, that increase in balancing of the rate of cell renewal is really important to the healthy radiance of your skin. You know, you wouldn't think the cleanser is super important, but you can't really underestimate how important it is to prep your skin for the products that are coming. So, and the last is the fruit and sugar cleanse. This is actually what really cleanses the skin. It works very gently. It uses coconut as one of the surfactants, and a surfactant is that thing that makes it a little more bubbly, but it's very gentle at the same time. So you're not going to experience drying skin, but what you will feel is kind of a rejuvenated, moisturized, balanced feel to the skin in terms of what the cleanser has to offer. Now, I wonder, do you have any questions so far? We've kind of gone in and talked about a little bit about the promise of the product and the brand. Any questions about the cleanser?
Not so far from me. I really love seeing all the different ingredients and hearing from you why they're important in the product. So I love that. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I know this is kind of this is more of an overview, and we can really go into you know, a deep dive. But this gives you a pretty good overview, I think. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, beauty. So on to the next, which is. This is our number 1 selling product in Australia, believe it or not. And it is our number 2 selling product worldwide. The Revitalizing Redox Gel is great for head to toe. It harnesses redox signaling technology, and it does a great job of increasing renewal, regeneration, and this does a fabulous job of increasing circulation. Circulation is really important to the skin. It's like a clogged freeway. If you're stuck in traffic, things get polluted, you get slowed down. You might forget a bottle of water, and then you're hungry or you're thirsty. And when that kind of movement is slowed down, that circulation is blocked, all kinds of things can happen to your skin. And these are things that we really should avoid. You can experience an increase in acne. You can, it can hasten aging. So this is pretty much a stalwart for anyone who wants to improve the health of their skin. And it does a fabulous job of clearing those commuter lanes in your skin and giving you a really clear path and allowing your cells to communicate efficiently. So immediate benefits, you will notice that increase in circulation, and it doesn't make it look irritated or pink, but you sometimes will notice a little bit of warmth, and that's definitely a plus. For people who have under eye wrinkles, what most, not under eye wrinkles, but that discoloration underneath the eye area, that's generally trapped cells, trapped fluid, trapped. If it's blue or brown, it's a little bit of blood that's trapped underneath there. So increasing that circulation can really visibly decrease the lines, the wrinkles, the puffiness, and discoloration under your eye area. And it really does not matter how old you are. Everyone at one time or another, and I think that Shauna probably experiences this with as many kids and as many moves, and probably Lorianne by worrying about her or staying up nights. But if you use this product religiously, it really doesn't have to show on your face. So, oh, one thing I cannot forget is it's not only for your face, but for like if you're prepping for swimsuit season, we have great research that shows a remarkable decrease in dimply thighs or wherever those dimples might be.
I've been slathering it all over my body, everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Smoother, firmer skin. So, love it. But I'll share after this. I'll share with Shauna and Lorianne all the before and afters, and you guys will, if you haven't seen them already, you'll be amazed. We haven't retouched anything. There's no like funky business going on. These are unretouched photos that show a remarkable improvement. I never seen anything like it. So
yeah.
Let's move on to the next product in the regimen. So you know what? We're halfway done now. And this is really a boost in redox signaling. The intensive redox serum is great for, it's a great makeup base, just so you know, because it has a nice, smooth, velvety finish. So I always use this as a little bit of prep, especially if you're in a place that has more humidity and or you have a more natural moisture in your skin. Sometimes I'll really minimize the use of the moisturizer and use this as my makeup base. It works fantastically. This is really our most high-powered anti-aging fighter. So it is more concentrated in terms of the redox signaling molecules. So you don't need to use very much. We have clinical research that shows not only lines and wrinkles, but the discoloration. People that have a little melasma, sometimes a little discoloration, especially right after you have a baby, or let's suppose you've had some acne and you have a little bit of scarring from acne or some other injury to the skin. This can do a great job of helping smooth that, not only the surface, but the color and the tone. So it really does a great job to repair some of these issues, but also really advanced anti-aging so that nobody has to really look their age if they don't want to. 30-minute benefits. We have clinical results that show the skin is smoother and there is a decrease in lines and wrinkles and puffiness. So let's suppose you're not experiencing lines or wrinkles yet. This will help to smooth the skin so that congestion, that puffiness, that kind of, we've all felt it before. And usually you're dehydrated too when this happens. But this can help decongest and give you a smooth feel to your skin. So that's in 30 minutes. So in 4 weeks, I've talked about most of this, but firmness, the texture, the elasticity, and texture works two ways, not only for lines and wrinkles, but it also works to smooth skin that might have an enlarged pore or be more acne prone. So don't think about texture and firmness just about anti-aging, but pretty much everyone experiences those little issues in their skin. And this can really work to smooth and firm those areas.
Cool.
So the last product in step 3, so this is pretty easy actually, is the Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer. This, I have to admit, I don't just use on my face. It goes pretty much everywhere. I love the smell, and it is specifically designed to enhance, boost redox signaling technology. So your Renew 28 and your serum are not inexpensive products. Now, they're not really super high-end priced either, but you want to take full advantage when you can, and this really does help to boost redox signaling so that you get your best benefit. So within 2 weeks, our research showed elasticity, firmness, and one of the things that I think is really important for any age is to defend your skin against pollution that we all experience. Whether you're sitting in front of a desk or you're on the freeway, our environments are more and more polluted, and this does a great job of combating that kind of environmental pollution, which can lead to not only lines, wrinkles, but acne, dry skin, rosacea, irritated skin. So it does a good job of that in barrier protection. So I'm a big fan. 4 weeks, we increase skin moisture, and that's good no matter what age you are, because it will balance that moisture as well, and the texture and firmness, of course. So you really start to see visible benefits within a few weeks of using the product. Now, the blends. Of course, we have our anti-aging blends, and what the center of that is really different types of not just oils, but elements from natural ingredients like coconut, beet, and macadamia. And these help to balance your the moisture in your skin, add more if you need it, balance it if you have too much. This is truly an innovative ingredient, our ProBio Oxygen formula. There's a topical probiotic here. We know how important that is in our gut. It's also important for your skin. We also have what's called an oxygen attractor. And what that does is your skin is the only organ in your body that does not get oxygen from your bloodstream. It takes it from the world around you, from the environment around you. And this aids and helps your skin absorb and attract as much oxygen as possible. And that's vital for cell renewal, and it's vital for redox signaling to work. So that's a really important point in terms of oxygen attraction. The last is a detox and defense. And I talked about this a little bit. It encourages the skin to decongest, to detox, and give you that healthy barrier against pollution. So you've taken a look at the product line, and you have a pretty good idea of what are really, I think, 3 pretty easy steps. You cleanse. I recommend using both redox signaling products in the serum and Renew 28. And you moisturize. Have you got any questions right now just on the basics of the product line?
Oh, I'm unmuted. Okay. Yes, actually. So I was wondering, when you're using the product, do you do 1 pump of the cleanser, 2 pumps of the cleanser? Like, how much of each one do you use? Do you recommend using?
Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. I recommend using 2 pumps and sometimes 3, depending on, and there's plenty of product in there, depending on how much makeup you're wearing and how much you need to remove.
Okay.
So at night, you're going to need more than in the morning. But here's a little important tip. always wash your hands before you wash your face. The most common place for bacteria to transfer onto your face and cause problems is from your hands. So this is just one of those common sense things that most people don't think about. But make sure you wash your hands first and then wash your face. I use a little bit. So.
That's a good tip. And then I like that you touched on makeup, because that was kind of one of my questions as I started using the product was, do I need to remove my makeup first and then cleanse my face with the cleanser, or does it, is it good enough to take the makeup off?
So unless you're wearing a heavy makeup or you have a waterproof makeup, you can generally use this to remove that makeup. I would experiment a little bit, but I have no trouble every night. But I have like lashes that are, glued on. But so it depends on the amount of makeup. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then obviously we want to slather the Renew 28 all over. But when it comes to the serum, when we're using it on those troubled places, is it just like a pea-sized drop, or how much of that?
No, you're absolutely right. Maybe a pea-sized drop. If you really need a boost, maybe a blueberry, like a bigger blueberry.
Ooh, okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I would recommend is that you use, and my face is probably getting pretty close to the screen, is to use a tapping method. So you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Instead of rub, if you use a tapping method with the serum, you're going to get more circulation, and then you can use a very small amount, and just in the places that you really want it, and so while the moisturizer and the gel, Renew 28, liberally, I would use that one a little less and then just tap. So.
Okay. And if you're using it as a makeup primer, is it the same kind of application?
No, in that case, what I'd recommend is during the regimen, use a little bit in your trouble areas. And then if you need extra moisture, some moisturizer, wait maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, kind of let the moisturizer soak in, and you can kind of feel when it starts to get dry.
Yeah.
And then a light coating, and there's some technique that works better. Generally, when you apply anything to your skin, up and out are the directions you want to go. So like this, So always up, always out, always up. And what this will do is give a nice, smooth finish and prep you well for makeup. So there's a couple places where you kind of have to go down, but other than that, I recommend using that upward motion. Okay.
And then finally, the moisturizer. Moisturize as needed. Start with one pump and then move on if you feel you need more moisture. Is that kind of the general rule?
Yes, and I would use probably twice as much at night.
Okay.
In the morning, because oftentimes, especially for folks that use a little bit of makeup, what you've got is a layering of moisture. So at least 2 pumps at night, and don't forget about your neck and your décolleté area. The other thing I always do is anything left goes on the backs of my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of what product it is, whether it's the gel or the serum or the moisturizer, there's always a little bit left in your palms. Always just do a little bit of rub on the backs of your hands so that any of that valuable moisture or redox signaling product is then deposited on your hands, which is the second place we all start to age. So.
Yeah. Awesome. I think that's all my questions.
And I have a question.
Okay.
So this is Trisha. Ann, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I came on a little late, but is there any time frame that's necessary in between the application of each of the products? I mean, is it just wait till they're dry and then you can put the next one on? I mean, does it matter if you put them on one right after the other? I mean, I try to wait till they dry, but.
No, that's actually a really good question. So here's what I'd recommend. Cleanse, of course, and pat dry. Let the skin dry a tiny bit, not just, don't use the gel or the serum on wet skin. So, you rinse, just pat dry a little bit. One tip is don't use like a paper towel or any paper product on your face. Even tissue can be really hard on your skin. Stick with cotton or a soft towel. So let that dry just a bit, and then move on to Renew 28. And that I'm pretty vigorous. I'm unafraid to do some serious massage, and I make sure I get here to here. Of course, I try and get the rest too. And give that 30 seconds to a minute, and you'll start to feel it dry.
Mm-hmm.
Then move on to the serum, and the serum will absorb pretty quickly. And that I recommended the tapping motion, and depending on your usage, it will dry within 30 seconds to a minute, and then you can follow up with the moisturizer. So I would just wait until you start to feel the skin begin to dry. The most important pause is after you cleanse, making sure the skin is as dry.
That's good to know. Awesome. Okay, you guys, Zoom is going to kick us off this video. So we want to end by just saying thank you so much for this training and for your knowledge and for you sharing that with us. We really appreciate it. Anything else?
Yeah, thank you. That was so great.
Well, you're so welcome. And listen, anytime you need anything, feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to help in any way I can. And y'all are awesome. And I know that this is going to be really successful for you. And I'm excited about the supplements. Via is going to be amazing. We've experienced our best year ever. And sales are just growing, growing, growing. We can't even keep our welcome kits in stock right now.
Wow.
And that's all a great sign for you.
Yeah, definitely.
It shows the opportunity. And thanks again.
Okay, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thanks again, Ann. See you later. Bye.
Take care.